The recently passed Ohio budget includes a ban on cell phones in all K-12 schools in the state.
And now it's up to schools to put that ban in place. In the big story today, 13 Action News reporter Brenna Nye speaks with parents whose children attend a local school district that just announced a plan to ban cell phones in the classroom starting this upcoming school year. We also take a look at what the district has to say about why it's implementing the ban the way that it is. Plus, a look at some other policies currently in place across Northwest Ohio. The ban on cell phones in schools is the big story today. Ohio students will soon have to put down their cell phones during the school day after state lawmakers ban them under most circumstances. Those restrictions were included in the finalized state budget, which was signed by Governor Mike DeWine on June 30th. The budget requires every school district, community school, and STEM school in the state to adopt a policy stopping students from using their cell phones during the day. And the district has to come up with a policy and put it in place by January 1st of next year.
Some schools are getting a head start implementing that new policy at the beginning of the academic year.
One of those schools here in Northwest Ohio is Toledo Public. 13 Action News reporter Brenna Nye spoke with some TPS parents about their reactions. She joins us live. Brenna?
Tina and Tony, some parents are still uneasy about the change. At TPS, students can bring the phone with them to school, but they have to lock it up. One of the biggest concerns I heard from parents who are against the policy is what would happen if their child's school would be put on lockdown or have another emergency happen and they can't get a hold of them individually. However, another parent I spoke with said she is all for the cell phone ban. She says she has full faith in TPS administrators to get information out quickly and believes education should be the main focus in school with no distractions. TPS just announced its policy for cell phones. The students' phones will be put in what is called a yonder pouch, which you see here. Those are then sealed shut and can only be opened with a special tool.
When it's concerning my child, I need to know right away. And I'm insured with that by her having her phone on her person.
We have to focus on education too. And these kids need to learn. And with a cell phone attached to their hips, they're not going to learn anything.
I reached out to TPS for a comment and they did not have anyone available for an interview, but did say the policy is part of the new state law, saying in part, TPS will also continue to keep our families informed on this issue on our website and social media as we move closer to classes returning next month. Coming up tonight on Action News at 5:30, we'll dive into medical concerns and phone use and the positive impact one parent says not having a phone had on her child's grades. Tina?
All right, thanks, Brenna. Ohio lawmakers have been moving toward banning cell phones for some time. They passed a law last year that required school districts to establish official policies on cell phone usage during school hours by July of this year. This means a lot of schools have already rolled out a policy to eliminate cell phones during the school day. According to the State Department of Education and Workforce, as of December of last year, about 61% of Ohio schools had adopted a formal policy. A survey of more than 990 school districts found that 2/3 of schools will be implementing their policies at the beginning of this school year. In our area, multiple schools have already started rolling out the cell phone policies, including Anthony Wayne, Ottawa Hills, Perrysburg, Port Clinton, Swanton Local, and Tecumseh, as well as Sylvania schools and Washington Local. Now, there are still some districts that have yet to implement or publicly talk about their policy, including Bowling Green City Schools and Maumee City Schools.
Lawmakers did include some exemptions and exceptions to the ban. The law allows students to use cell phones for student learning or to monitor a health concern, but only if that student has a written statement from their doctor. Schools must also include a comprehensive emergency management plan with protocol that addresses a student's use of cell phones during an active threat or emergency. Under the law, students can use cell phones during an active threat if the school's emergency management plan allows it.
Meanwhile, Ohio is at least one of 8 states that have enacted a ban on cell phone usage in schools in the past 2 years. Proposals are being considered in several other states this year. In Michigan, lawmakers are trying to crack down on cell phones in classrooms. In May, members of the House committee approved a proposal that bans elementary and middle school students from having any kind of wireless device in a class during breaks between class or at lunch and recess. High school students would only be restricted from devices during actual classroom instruction. The bill is currently sitting in the House Education and Workforce Committee. We'll let you know when it comes up for a possible vote.
You can also stay informed on all policy changes involving your child's school district by downloading the 13 Action News app. It is available as a free download in your phone's app store.